Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. That's not what I'm here to show you, though. As cool as dinosaurs are, what I'm here to show you is this. We have come back in time to see stupid-looking pterodactyls flying into stuff. And you Dimetrodon, you're a sexy Dimetrodon. Yes, you're a baby Dimetrodon. You're a stupid pterodactyl. Why you no fly? Go high. Go up. The sky is that way. No? Alright. We're going to leave these guys alone. We're going to leave these guys be. And we're going to get back into the TARDIS. Look at this. Look at this. It's a TARDIS in Minecraft. So a brief rundown on how the TARDIS works. This is the main flight control. So this has your energy, your speed, your shields, your facing, the speed lever, and the go-go button. Over here we have our X controls. If we bring the screen round, we'll be able to see our value of X. These adjust the magnitude that these levers change it by, and these levers do fine adjustments as far as I understand. I've only flown it for a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure, but if we now change that, that's going to change to 31. It doesn't change it back to 0. It kind of randomizes it just a touch. These here, that's an increase of 30, 32. Go back and it's not quite 0. It's a little random. But essentially if we switch this all the way up to 8, then these are now seemingly doing finer controls, but these down here are going to be doing massive changes. If we bump all these up here, bump up this as well, bump these up, like we're going to truly astronomical values at this point. Then we can just set these back down to 0 and we're going relatively sensible. Over here we have our door configuration. We can stick in our screwdriver, and I'll get back to that in a couple of minutes. We also have our Y controller. If we swing the screen round, we can increase our Y or decrease our Y. We have a land on the ground control, so we can either land in midair or be forced to land on the ground. We have landing pads. I'm not entirely sure what that is yet. And then we have some little buttons over here. We'll get back to those in a minute as well. Here we have the temporal control, so we can either have it simulating overworld or simulating daytime or simulating nighttime, depending on our kind of mood in the building here. This is our dimensional lever, so you see here dimension 12. I do have a list of dimensions for myself here, which you can't see because I had to go through and change all the dimensions. Dimension 12 is Pocket Edition Minecraft. I don't know why some of them display on the screen, some of them don't. Still trying to work that one out. But if we go Dimension 6, what's Dimension 6? That is InfDev. Let's go to InfDev. Alright. Over here we have our Z controls. Z controls, they do basically the same as the X. These two wheels do the fine adjusting and all that kind of good stuff. We have a whole bunch of save slots, so if you want to save specific coordinates, you can do that. Then back around here we have our Z plotter. We have our room deletion as well, which I didn't really want to press, but I did it anyway. This is our coordinate guesser. That's going to tell us roughly where we're going to land. And over here is our zigzag plotter. So this will randomize all of our coordinates. This is a TARDIS data interface. Don't know what that screen does. Don't really do much. But we are going to land somewhere at random in Minecraft Classic. We've got to first press the temporal primer, then we have to press the Hemlick regulator, and then we can release the quantum handbrake. Taking off. Alright, I've never seen that screen change. Oh, those do rotate. That's beautiful. We've got to watch out for if any controls flash blue. That's what these pale blue controls are. They can occasionally flash a dark blue, and they do that. If we press them in time, nothing bad happens. If we don't press them in time, we risk damaging the TARDIS. Right now we're relatively okay. The faster you travel, we're traveling at max speed of 8 right now, the faster you travel the more likely that is to happen, unless you level yourself up as a TARDIS pilot. We're landing. We are landing. We're landed. That's copyright. Alright, let's see where we are. This is Minecraft Classic. Classic grass. Stone is still the same, but we've got classic leaves over there. And this is classic train generation too. Look at this, classic pigs. And this beautiful classic leaves. Alright, let's hop back in the TARDIS. Let's see where else we can end up. I do wish there was a randomizer on the dimension lever. That's the only part you can't really randomize. We could go to the TARDIS. That likes to not work properly because that's using the TARDIS dimension from the Dalek mod, which adds in things like Cave Game and Skaro and stuff like that. Let's go to Skaro. Let's see what's happening on Skaro. We'll do a Z plotter as well. Just, or a zigzag, whatever. We'll see what happens. Boom, 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 and boom. Alright. We have landed on Skaro. Let's see what wonders await us here. Good evening, young sir. I mean you no harm. You're making a holy noise. Oh, is that... Okay. Dalek defeated. Good evening. 2005 Asylum Dalek E. You there, Asylum Skaro Dalek A. There's quite a few Daleks on Skaro. That's understandable. We'll go into survival as we make our way back to the TARDIS from Skaro here. There are spaceships on Skaro. We may come back and find those later on. Or, if we ever do a series of this, we may have a peek at them then. Are you... Oh boy. Hello! Hello! Don't hurt me! They don't seem to shoot you much. They seem to like just run for you mainly. Which is strange. Oh! Okay, he zapped me, but he had to touch me for it. Okay, guys. It's been fun. Bye. Ah! This control refuses to move due to damage. So, we have broken our ship. That's not where we want to go. We want to go down here. As these gravity lifts, which use that kind of nonsense. If we open up the temporal engine here, we will see that we have no holes. Or, we have many holes. We have no filled holes. These take material to build. So I will show you how we make such material. If we come over to our control room here, let's build rooms. We'll build room library. We'll take this out here. We'll go to schematic library and we'll stick it over here. Why not? Kaboom. And give it a moment. There we go. We got ourselves a library. There's lots of windows in the TARDIS, which I find particularly strange. But if we just come around to the back of the library here, let's go back into Creative Mode Plus. What we are going to do is go TARDIS. TARDIS, there we go. We are going to get a temporal laboratory and whack this down here. The Tardis mod, it doesn't like to use things like inventory and GUI. It's all just kind of based on what the block does, I guess. But in here, I think if we add some gold, we should get something out of it. So add a few pieces of gold. If we add some iron as well, I think iron does something. We'll add a few pieces of iron. And if we add diamond and ender pearls, we should get something else out of here. So you see the gold has turned into Dalekanium. I think the iron, it requires you to be in flight in order to actually make it. So we are going to go into flight here. In fact, no, I can't go into flight because I haven't got the TARDIS repaired. Right. That's an issue. We can build as much as we want in the TARDIS here. Unfortunately, you cannot destroy, or you can in creative, obviously, but normally you cannot destroy these blocks, the TARDIS blocks. It makes sense for the outer shell. You can colour them with any kind of dye that you might have. So if we get, well, light grey is not going to do anything, but if we get cyan dye, we can colour these, however. But I wish you could change your console floor and change disease paths and stuff. While you can build in the area, it'd be nice to be able to change these up. But anyway, let's jump back down here. We will go back to fixing the TARDIS in creative. So if we right click, if we have the material we need, like these ones require Dalek these ones require Chrono Steel, this one takes nothing, Chrono Steel, Dalek whatever it is, and this one is Chrono Steel. The middle one is Crontons. Kind of sounds like croutons, but it is much less delicious. Crontons, I believe they are only found in dungeon chests, maybe? There might be a way to make them, I'm not entirely sure. The Chrono Steel is made by the iron, but you have to be in flight. There's also some kind of temporal dirt or something of that nature. I don't know what that does, but again, you have to be in flight to make that. Anyway, we should be able to fly here. Let us fiddle ourselves a new location. Oh, it does give you a travel time. That's interesting. I never knew that. We're blowing up a lot. Can we stop doing that? No? Okay, that's absolutely fine. We're landing now. We may have broken and landed somewhere that we didn't actually want to. Great. Let's have a look. The door is obstructed. Alright. So when the door is obstructed, well, that refuses to move because of damage. One moment here. Well, let's repair the TARDIS back up. Boom, 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 boom. You can all change this in the config while we're down here as well. Let me show you this kind of stuff. If we have energy points, right now we have 1 unspent energy. We can stick it into the shields, which will protect us against damage, like from the explosions there. We have to right-click it and then sneak right-click it to activate it. We can also stick it in energy level, energy regen. That doesn't really matter because I've changed it in the config that we don't really need the energy to be high. Because it can take a while to change between dimensions when you need that. Max rooms as well is a thing you can change. The pad lockdown, so it stops interacting with the exterior world. Temporal style, so we can set it to space or we can set it to overworld. We can also change our screwdriver style here to more of an 11th style. Or to a, I believe, 8th Doctor use this kind of screwdriver? Maybe I'm incorrect in that assumption. That's the whole permission thing. We can also change this guy, which will change the coloration of our TARDIS. It takes a minute to update here, but then we get more of a 10th-ish color going on, which I quite like, actually. So we'll stick with this. Let's change our rotation here. We got to press all the buttons again. I wish for, if it was just to change rotation, there was less buttons you had to press. I remember the one time the Doctor did that in the show, and it seemed relatively easy for him. Now you also see these roundels here. If we go into reconfigure, we can open these roundels up, and we can connect basically anything to them as far as I understand. ME cables, power cables from various mods, logistics pipes, and they just work. Like we open up this guy here as well, and we can they'll just be connected. There is also a linking thing. I'm not entirely sure what that does, but it does something. There's also a dismantle mode, so if we didn't like the look of our library anymore, we can run on over here, we can hit it, and sneak right click, we're spawned by the door, and the library disappears. Let's see where we landed. Alright, we've landed in a cave, apparently. We could hop in and increase our Y value. We are on Kashyyyk, apparently, though. So that is interesting. I didn't realize there would be caves in Kashyyyk. Unless, am I thinking of the wrong planet? I'm thinking Kashyyyk is the watery planet, right? Maybe I'm wrong on that in that assumption. But let's hop into the task here. This cave seems relatively dead-ended. I'm too slow for these! Oh, well, we'll land in wherever we want now again. That's probably what happened before and why we ended up in the cave, honestly. Apparently I'm just no good at flying at 8 speed. Well, there's your problem. But, check it out, we did successfully land on the ground. Alright. Is there any enemies on Kashyyyk that we have to worry about at all? Alright, let's maybe travel to Gallifrey here just to cap things off nicely. We will not press that, we will press that one, fiddle with that one, wiggle this jaggle. Actually, you know what, we'll decrease our speed as well, there we go. Alright, it should be much more handleable, but we will be flying slower. This is Gallifrey. Apparently. 2 suns. Oh! I was wondering if this would spawn. This is a Gallifreyan city. It seems to be covered in the dirt a little bit, but look at this. Wow! Hello? Oh, ooh. Does the rest of it not open? Is the rest of it not meant to open? Oh, there's definitely pistons there. I guess it doesn't work properly. Is that the thing? Let's have a look at the redstone. Let's diagnose the issue here. The issue appears to be that there is no redstone at all. Oh, there's what's doing the redstone on this side. Okay. That's doing that. It's also only doing 1 for some inexplicable reason. That is just broken in that regard then. Because that should be doing both. That's just an issue with redstone itself. Oh, and that, oh, because this is the gold and it's the weighted. Okay, yes, that makes sense. That's not an issue with the redstone. But if you were to change this to a, say, stone pressure plate, something like this, then it should open everything up. Yes, okay, so that's what the issue is. It's because it's gold. Hello? Oh, well, the issue here is that these aren't actually sticky pistons. Oh boy. Alright, but this is presumed like the council table. High council table. Let's run along that. Blank sign for whatever this is. This is presumably the tower that goes all the way to the top. Oh wow! I never knew it could do this. That's cool. We are at the very tippy top of Gallifrey. Wow. That's really cool. I don't see why it's covered in dirt. It's actually... There was strips of dirt missing, so this dirt has just got laid on top of the actual structure. That's an issue with the generation, presumably. That's weird. I don't know what that is either. That stuff keeps spawning in the worlds. I don't know exactly what it is. This even has... This has nether brick on it. Yeah, I don't know. There's a hole over here. Is that a hole? There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole. For flying in and out of, I guess? Or maybe it's just damaged? Or maybe it's the shield is coming on? Something? I don't know. Alright, but we are going to use a Tardis recall. That will get our Tardis up to us here. Hey there, baby. Oh, really? You're gonna be like that? That's... Let me... Oh, no. Excuse me. Thank you. So that has been a quick look at the Tardis mod. If you think it's rather cool, like I do, definitely check it out. There's links in the description to the various mods that I've used. If you want to see more of this on my channel, then also let me know that in the comments. And if you enjoy the videos I make, then consider checking me out on Patreon at patreon.com/Adlington, where you can support the channel and help me make more and better videos. And when I say more and better videos, what I really mean is, one thing that I really want to do and document is building a real, working, full-scale TARDIS console in real life. However, I will need your help making that a reality, as it is a large-scale project. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video.
Are you my mummy?
Okay, I'm out. I'm done.
Are you my mummy?
What the crap just happened? Good God. Oh man. I think it killed itself. What?